All right, we're going live. Do it live, baby. Give a minute here to have people hop on. What's up, everyone? Give it a quick minute here. See who hops on this beautiful day of rain. No rain right now, but it rained this morning. I think more rain's coming in. Would have gotten out here a little quicker, but woke up at around 5:30, got my lift in, trained chest and triceps, and I kind of poked towards the end of the lift because it was raining, and they're calling for kind of on and off heavy rain through part of the morning and afternoon. So multi-force needs an oil change. Got it back. They fixed the bail switch on it. There was a broken connection in there. I put a $50 deposit down, and then they wanted an extra 65 bucks, so not bad, $110 and some change. And more's at 2,317 hours. Need to change this here. So give us a minute. Radar shows rain coming in. It's a little bit saturated and wet there. Let's just check the radar here. Hopefully that won't kill the stream. Never know. Looks like some rain's gonna come in here for a little bit. I can show this to you guys. The blue dot's where we are, and shows rain gonna creep in there a little bit, so we might get this tail end here. So gotta get this done, getting out of town Friday, hopefully morning or afternoon. Need to cut at least 25 to 27 today. So gotta get this done. Point being said, gotta get this done. Change oil here on the multi-force. Now here's a question. Do you guys change the oil every 50 or every 100 hours on your machine? I actually heard it's better to change it every 50, but I can't afford that, so it's every 100 for me. Multi-force oil takes this. It's the 10W40 synthetic Kohler. Actually buy the oil from the manufacturer. Don't go out and buy off-brand stuff. I'm just not really trustworthy on some of these brands out there. But it takes 56 ounces here. That's what the filter off. And if you're going to do an oil change here, gotta go out and get some of these. They're elevator, like oil absorption wipes. My brother-in-law is an elevator tech, and he gave me a whole bag of these. I don't make too much of a mess of doing this now because the way I do it, but here's how I do this. So I'm gonna fire this up here for a minute. Hydro control's in the way. Dropping the deck down to 2, because in what I do, shame on me guys, you'll find this funny. There's still some oil in this. So I'm just gonna slip this underneath this area here. It's a way to do it, and it's real simple. So get down there and look. It's just a little nut. It's all kind of compacted in there. I'll try to get a better view here in a minute, but what I do is I start off by just unscrewing the oil cap here. Kind of brings air, introduces air in there, helps everything flow. Takes 56 ounces, pretty easy. So for the nut, I unscrew it with this Stihl little multi-tool. It's a Stihl 1218, and then I just take a wrench because there's 2 nuts on this, and you just kind of unscrew it. So first, let's see what wrench actually goes on this bigger. There's like a bigger nut down there. You need to figure out what it is. It's not a 9/16. Might be a 5/8. Not a 5/8. Pittsburgh tool set. Here's a 13/16. That appears to be it. Okay, so might need to drop the deck down a little bit more to get this through here. I might even brought the wrong drip pan over. No, this is the right one. This is what I used before. How did I do this last time? Don't you love it? Figure out how you did something last time. No, I just slipped it through like this. I think Problem is though, that's not low enough. I gotta bring it all the way down. Doing it this way beats getting oil everywhere. I'll try 1.5. That's the flex chute. All right, this should work now. Come on, baby. Maybe I put the wrong. It has to be the right oil. This is not for my car. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was for my truck. There we go. Check that out. Show this to you guys up close here. How I have this set up. Put you back on the tripod in a minute. But so it's got the drip pan right in there. Can't take off. Can't really see, but there's a nut there. Then there's the filter. So this is how this should be done. And see if I can kind of rig this up here somewhere you can get a better view. Hopefully this won't fall off. So yeah, it takes a 13/16. Take this. That way it's automatically dripping into the pan. Yes, there's oil in the pan, but there's not enough, so it won't even matter. Grab this to hold it. Oh, it was a 13/16. Why is it all of a sudden giving me grief? That's not way it's bigger than that. Okay, there you go. That's on there. I don't have this on very tight. Like, this is like thumb level tightness. And there, see, I already got it. Ow, kind of hurt. Sheesh. And there you go. It's draining. I'll take off the filter here in a minute, but it's kind of hard to tell. It is draining in there though. Of course, it's a little dark in here. Go figure. But that's how you get it done. Now, unscrew the filter. Don't ever don't ever over tighten your oil filters. I've done that before. I got tools to take that off, but you know, you don't want to create too much work for yourself. I always do that. Yeah, this oil is bad. Let's see if I can get this here. I do have a tool for it. It might. Oh, there it goes, coming. There we go. And see, everything's dripping right nicely into this pan here, even though it's a little dark for you guys. This is the way you should do this if you have an access to your mower like this. You're not getting oil on anything. I used to do this the old school way. You put a bunch of drip towels down and everything. Nah, it's not how we work these days. We work smarter. I do need to drop off some oil though at the oil place in my city. Yeah, you can see there it's going. Here, let me show you this here. This is just old quarts from years in the, not quarts, gallons from years in the past that I gotta get rid of. So City of Livonia has this like refuse site. I just haven't gone up there, but there she blows. This will take a little bit here. Recently, I change my fuel filter out quite often, probably every 400 hours. And then it's due for another hydro oil change. Maybe I'll do another live doing that, but no, it's going down there. Kind of hard to tell. Really dark. But I actually like changing the oil on the mowers. Read your manual. I sound like I'm crazy, but read the manual. Figure out how much oil it takes. Guys overfill stuff. Trust me, I've overfilled a lot of things. So, and just dispose of this here when it's done draining. It's going slow. This won't even drain up to 56 ounces. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've put oil in this every day. I just kind of just dump like a little bit in it. It's probably maybe half a quart a week. See if we got any comments here right now. I'm not sure if anyone's really watching. Find out. Dispose of this here when it's done draining. No, looks like I was just watching. Sweet. But yeah, be kind of bummed if this rain never comes through, or if it got out there a little earlier. But oh well. I do have help, so it's a-okay. Yeah, this is it. The filter that the Multi-Force takes for oil is the Toro 108-3847. Buy it from the dealer. They'll drop ship it from Toro. At least that's what I do. That's what it looks like. I'm going to pour some of it in. So what we'll do with this here, we're going to pour some oil in until it hits the threads there, and then have it kind of soak in for about a minute or two, and then screw it in. I didn't start doing that until this past year. We'll put in about 56 ounces. So 1 quart here is 32. And we'll milk and then put another 24 down there, which will bring it right down to 8. And then I'll just take the remaining 8 ounces and slowly add in over time. But yeah, get your oil changes down to a science with things. Get it so it's simple. This won't take us more than 20 minutes, even though the stream might be 45 minutes because I'm that slow. Rather be slow and thorough, that's funny, than fast and sloppy. So my machine's not that clean right now. I mean, it's like a dirty clean almost. Before it was taken into the shop to get fixed, I got it stuck. I just haven't power washed it off. You know, you can make any machine look basically literally brand new from day one if you were to power wash it off at least every other day. Or every other day might be extreme, but twice a week. If you power wash any machine off twice a week, you can restore the color and the paint back to what it was. And I get comments on this. People think that this thing is new. I'm like, this thing has $2,300 on it. It is not new. So, air filter on that. It looks okay. I should probably change it out there soon. A complaint on the Multi-Force is this idler tension spring here. The always kind of the gripe is this machine doesn't have a very tight belt. I don't know. It's however Toro lays it out. Little front look here at the control center here on this bad boy. I got my GoPro plugged into my power bank. Hey, if you guys ever film and do social media, just take a USB-C cord. I have the GoPro Hero 12 Black. This is our street here right now. There's my truck. My neighbor's parked there. There's our lovely paid-off van. Got my sign here if you guys need aeration. But what I do is I try to buy the oil by the box. Buy it by the box. Saves you over time, so you don't have to keep going to the store and buying it. Yeah, see, it was repaired, but here she is. So what happened was, how it works on this thing, the only way the blades stay engaged is either having one of these handles in. And so what happened was, last week or 2 weeks ago, you'd fire it and only the left handle would keep the blades running. This switch went bad. I tried to change it. Long story short, there's a busted connection on apparently both sides of there, because after I changed this switch, this side wouldn't work either. So I think they also fixed the headlights, because if you see, headlights now work. This is a really nice feature of this machine. Gotta love the headlights. Might need to change the battery here again. I think I was getting some weird voltage readings, and that was with even greasing up the voltage regulator. So we wait for it to change. One of our episodes, guys, we had Steve on from Rhino Seed. If you guys need good grass seed, I think they sell anywhere, at least for more of the cool season grasses. Check this out. This is a Tough Stuff mix, and it is a 3-way tall fescue blend. 90% germination. Okay, it's an interval perennial. So there's a 3-way tall fescue in it. There is a ryegrass in it and a navy Kentucky bluegrass. This is 25 pounds. It was tested this past year, and it's all germination type of seed. Rhino Seed. We've had Steve Kolingowski on twice. This guy's legit with grass seed. Purity. It's about 70% fescue, about maybe 20% perennial ryegrass, and then 10% navy Kentucky blue. And I don't know what inert means. There's like maybe 1% of inert, but this is some good stuff. I had a seed part of a client's yard twice, because what happened was it was getting so hot, the Multi-Force. So the hydros on the Multi-Force, the hydro pulley fans would blow air down to cool the hydro motors, and I was actually burning the grass. I didn't even know that. I've been parking and idling mowers on lawns for years. Never had that happen until this past year, because it was getting so hot and so humid. So yeah, call me an idiot. This is called real world lawn care. We don't sugarcoat stuff or just try to sell you on stuff. But yeah, this is the idler pulley spring there. Toro came out with a deal, not a deal, like a news update about 3 years ago. And you can actually take this off and position it more towards the discharge, which would, in doing so, having this more towards the discharge would create more of a tension. So mine sits pretty well. I just got a new belt on this. I put a new belt on recently. So my spindles, they look actually fine. The good way to test a spindle, or how I was taught, is you just, you just pop the spindle off, and then you check for wobble and play in the spindle. And if there's too much wobble and play, then change the spindle. If you notice a streak or anything weird or a funky line in your cut, could be from a I guess bent or loose spindle or bad spindle, or it could be from a loose belt, or it could be the tension on the belt's going so it's a little bit looser, so the blade tip speed can't get up to optimum level, and in doing so that leaves a streak. Oh hey, you want to say hi on the live stream? Hello, can you say hi to everyone? You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hello. Saying hi to everyone there on the live stream. Can you tell people to subscribe? Say subscribe. Oh, it's great. I'll give my wife a... Here, we're like living our best life right now. She's gonna go work, see at Burn Boot Camp. So, okay. Here, I'll help you get there in the car here. Hold on. So we're still waiting for this oil to drain, guys. This doesn't matter. That's what a dad should do. Oh man, this ain't staying up here. Close enough. This is why you work, you get married, you have kids. It's God's will and plan. Say bye-bye, JD. Bye-bye. We'll be back. We'll check on the oil there soon. It's only been about 17 minutes. And yeah, there you go. I don't know if anyone was watching during that. I kind of hope someone was. Let's find out here. Was anyone watching during that? Probably best scene of this. No one was. I don't think anyone gets the notifications for the live stream. We have like a tad over 900 subs, and people are always saying, "I didn't get your notification." So, what I also did when trying to figure out what was wrong with the bail switch area here, I actually cleaned all the contacts here. So to get here, you take off the gas tank and this thigh rest, and then I was actually pulling out the switches, cleaning them off there with a wire brush, putting dielectric grease on them, and then putting them back on. Bye-bye. Starting to rain. There she is. Say bye, honey. So, luckily with the multi-forces, you can mow through the rain pretty nicely, but I don't like getting completely soaked. Is what it is. Let's check on this here. You know, a way to really, yeah, it's still going out like a little pea drip almost. It's kind of hard to see. Can't really even tell that at all. But what you could do is kind of get your engine like somewhat warm before you do an oil change, and then the oil, because the viscosity rating, it'll actually drain out a tad easier. I like that flag there. I know you guys see the other flag there in the background. You put our trust and hope in Christ though too, but if you guys listen to the show long enough, you know who I voted for. Hey, anyone have a Toro Time Master? I will send this to you. If you rate the podcast 5-star, I will send this to you. It's a bagging attachment for a Time Master that I never used when I had a Time Master. Got to get rid of these batteries here. This is kind of the shelf here in the garage. I actually cleaned this up. Bought this last year. This thing's actually pretty awesome. It's the Toro Power Clear 721 RC, so it's a commercial. It's the smallest commercial unit. This thing rips grass, not rips grass, rips snow. Remember, I have about 15 driveways. A couple years ago, my buddies, they have a full-fledged snow business along with their lawn business, and they said, "Hey, if you help us, we'll help you get your driveways done." Because I had a Toro 2-stage commercial snow blower. That thing was nice, but it's too slow. Got rid of that, so my buddies have been helping me plow my driveway since. And then I got this just for some one-off side jobs. Like after we get done, you know, plowing the commercials, the buddies' residentials, and then mine. If someone randomly calls me the next day, I can go out and use this thing. It's nice. A little heavy, but not bad. This is my welding desk here. Came with the house. Obviously, we all know about this. Got blades here, got that. Trying to be a tad more organized here in my life. Like, this is actually organized. Gotta love this sucker, guys. I get a steal on one of these through my buddy Ryan Lindstrom. Originally $1,000, got this for 300 bucks. I smoke a lot of meats. Hats. Let's talk about hats here for a minute as we're gonna put the oil in back there soon. Got this one. I got this one from the expo. Can't wait to go to the expo this year. You can use code TurfNerds to save half off, but got this. And every year you go to the expo, get a lot of hats. And wife doesn't like it, but that's okay. So, and look at how this has been wearing on here. It's funny, the paint. You can tell where I'm dominant. I mean, I'm actually left-handed, but this is weird that the paint's kind of wearing off that way. But this is your, I know I'm going totally random right now. This is your height of cut adjustment bar on this thing. So after you level the deck, first thing you want to do, hopefully these are still tight. Yeah, okay, these are, you can round these off. I've actually rounded these off, and I've taken a metal file to try to fix it. But so before you even level the deck, so my deck's about a quarter, I think this is about a 1/4 inch lower than what it is. So 3.25 is actually 3, and that's pretty close. I got to fix this. So here's the problem with this is how they say to do it. So you can actually adjust this. So this blade, so obviously the blade tip needs to be horizontal like this. Down there is, so the blade tip's out there, and you want to set the deck on 3, but then adjust the height of cut bar to 3.5, and then through these linkages in the yokes here, you can actually lower the deck back down to 3. Well, there's something up. I'm losing some real estate in these linkages here, and I've actually bought new yokes and everything. I just haven't done it yet, but the closest that I can get it to true height of cut is 2.25 on a 3, because you see this down here, this like little bar. When you raise the deck up, it's actually hitting this bottom bar here, but I don't scalp. It's not cutting uneven. I've leveled this deck like 4 different times, because it actually came from the factory 3/4 inch out of level. I kid you not. So came 3/4 out of level, and this is almost done here. It's dripping. We'll wait a little bit more, and then I gotta grab my funnel. I'd take it with me, but the wireless is not that good. I don't want to lose the connection here. Put this in here. Bring this down. Bring this up here. See if anyone's watching here. You know, no one's gonna be watching this right now. Everyone's mowing. That's where I should be. Let's see if anyone's on the stream. Pop in, say hello. Maybe Mozuri is. Lose the connection here. My connection looks good though. Stream looks good. So, oh shoot. Says we have 4,500 kilobits a second, which is a great stream. Love the GoPro Hero 12, but it's just, if you try to mobile hotspot to it, just doesn't work. So I'm putting you guys there on the smoker right now. Never hurts. You guys go to Harbor Freight, get yourself a pack of these Mechanics Choice shop towels, 50 pack. These are nice. Get them, take them with you in the truck. You always gotta wipe off your hands with get grease. I don't mind getting dirty, but I like being like a clean dirty, if that makes any sort of sense. This will be done here in about a minute. Looks like it's starting to piddle rain a little bit. Might need to change the battery in my Multi-Force again. I changed it last year, but I had it trickle charging early there in the winter, and I think something happened where maybe I over trickle charged it or something. I don't really know. Fun fact, when you get the mulch kit for the Multi-Force, they actually have this. So this whole hydro attachment here, these lines, they actually have this facing the top here. So see how these bolts are now up? Before, this whole thing was flipped the other way. Don't know why they did that like that, but they did. Also, future video, this is your oil cooling fins, and you can actually take off these bolts here and pull it off, because there's probably grass in there, and they say to do that, and I've never done that. So I don't know if guys do that. Guys beat the crap out of their mowers. You have the dude that beats the crap out of his mower and can get 5,000 hours out of it. So preventative maintenance is always good. It truly is always good. I'm gonna go grab the oil funnel. right back. It's in the trailer. I take it with me, but wireless internet is far, but not far enough. We'll be right back. All right, let's put this oil in here. Get yourself a small funnel like this. Mine's taped because it cracked. Check this out. Try to get a better view here. Make sure you don't lose your stuff. Always put your stuff in a way where you don't lose it. First though, don't want to forget. Let's bust out the new filter here. We'll bring this down and fill it up, put the oil nut on there for the hose, and then fill up the machine. It's that simple. I don't know how we're going to do this shot here. Just try to figure something out. So, yeah, these are both full. I just fill this thing up until it gets to the top and hits the bottom of the top of the threads there, and then that's about it. There, it hit it, sits there, and that'll wait, that'll absorb. And you can also take some oil and put it around this rubber ring there in the cap. You're gonna want to do that. Don't ever put a filter on dry. So there, this is all set. We'll have that absorb and wait. And let's try to put this back on for you guys. This is too dark. You can't see jack squat here. Man, this is with decent lighting here in the garage. So first things first. I'm just gonna hand touch. So here's the screw. It's a little screw that goes on there. The hose length is never long. Never long enough. My big kind of crock and deal on this is manufacturers, mowers, get it, and companies get it so your drain hose is in an accessible spot, and have the hose length be longer. So I'm gonna hand tighten this on first, and then we're just gonna take the wrench and then the other little, I don't know if you call that like a permanent socket wrench combo from Stihl, give it a little tighten. Don't cross thread. I've been known to cross thread stuff, and that's just because I'm a stupid moron with things. Here's what the problem might be here is because I kind of, oh man, I'm gonna get a bunch of oil everywhere here. See, here's your issue. So I'm gonna get this here. Here you go. This is why the live stream here is great, guys. You may be asking, what am I doing? I might try to lower the deck. I can't really lower the deck down anymore. Maybe a little bit. There we go. See, it's coming right out. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna have to put this back the other way. The first way I had this was the better way to do this. Okay, sure, it's a little bit awkward here, but there we go. There we go. Coming right out. And look, no mess. Oh, don't create a big mess before you. Oh man. Okay. Wow. Woo! Almost made a giant mess. Okay. Next thing we gotta do is put on the oil filter. See if we got anyone on here watching yet. All right, this has been absorbing in here for a bit. And I just hand tighten these. There's a little diagram that Toro shows you where it should be. Like you want like 3/4 tight. So right when I put it on, so the Toro logo filter element there's, I'm gonna get this on. It shouldn't be dead center. It should not be in line when I screw this on. It should be about 3/4 turn either way from it. So here it's coming up again. Oh, can't really get a good grip on this here. Okay, well that'll work. That's about a 1/4 turn away. They say you want it like 3/4 tight, but if you have it too loose, it'll just drip. Now I'll just take this here. Take this. Come on. Is this not the right size? It's the right size, but it's just not wanting to. Okay, there. It's on there. Just take a little bit. Just go a little bit. Of course, everything's made in China. Of course, all this stuff's made in China. Don't take a socket to this, guys. Don't be like an idiot like I've been before in the past. And I'm gonna put a socket to take off the oil drain hose plug cap. It'll work. Okay. Gotta get real world. Okie dokie. Let's put some. Oh yeah, this is a good shot. Look at the cinematography there, guys. What a good shot. Which one did I open? Okay, here's a full quart in there. Get yourself an oil drain or funnel that actually fits on the cap here. Just let it rip. Oh, it's kind of a poor spot. Yeah, so much for my good angle there. I can't even get it on there. There you go. Just don't pour it in too fast because it'll actually come up and overfill. I've done that. Nice steady little pour. Try to get it bullseye past the funnel and right into the oil dipstick cap. Might have put a little too much in there. We're going there. We are going. Toro Multiforce, as of the manual that I've read, this takes 56 ounces. Some mowers actually take more oil. It's a 26.5 ECV Command Pro EFI 749. And I just kind of hold it here until it starts to just drip like a little bit, so it's still going. You guys ever fill up the oil and forget to put the drain plug screw cap back on? I've done that before. You get how much oil is spilling everywhere. You name it, I've probably done it, but that's how you live and learn and grow running a lawn and landscape biz. If you guys want, you could save these bottles, use them for something, old oil. It's probably a good idea to use them for old oil. I throw them away, but I should probably start using them for older oil. I'm gonna take one of these shop rags. I got a little dripping on like a little metal bar next to the filter here. I'm just gonna kind of wipe this off here. Yeah, it's perfect. Nothing else is on. It's just bone dry. That's the way to do it. All right, let's get the next amount in here. We'll bring this down to 8 ounces, and that will be it. Here we go. $32 ounces is in there. Bring this down to 56. I'd rather underfill something than overfill. It's down to about 14 ounces. Gotta bring this down to 8 and then we'll be good to go. Almost there. A couple more ounces there, a little bit more. There you go, and that's at 8. Have it sit there for a minute. We'll give it a minute. before we just fire everything up and have the guests just get on the road here. That rain, off the look, never really hit us all that bad. Check the radar here. Well, looks like something's moving through here. Of course, when I get out, it'll just start pouring everywhere. We could have probably mowed about 4, but it's wet and rainy this morning too. So, hold on, I'll put you guys here back on here. Can't see it, so I'm tapping the screen and kind of looking like an idiot. It's because I'm trying to see what I'm looking at. Let's bring it over here. Best way to power your GoPro. All right. Let me show you what app I use to log and keep track of things. So, 23/17/5. This is kind of weird. This is kind of funky. I got the John Deere. It is the John Deere Mower Plus app, and I use this to keep track of my maintenance. So I'm on the Multiforce. I added in everything. Just go track history, add task. This is today. It was 23/17/5. So 23/17. This is a little bit funny. 23/17/5, and then I'll just put engine oil. Just put engine oil there. This is the greatest way to do this. Keep track of everything. Has the date, done. This is all my maintenance tasks here. Hydro, more oil. 56, what was the 51.6? Oh, that's the chains tightened on the Z Air 824. But yeah, no, so this is it's what you do, and they have them all tasked in there. Really simple way to remember and keep track of things. And that's it. This is really all that's to it. Oh, just make sure, hey, make sure when you put the oil dipstick cap back on. I've actually operated with it off for a bit because it gets so sidetracked. I think with this one, when you check the threads on this dipstick cap, you don't want to, you just kind of pull it out and look. Some, they say don't tighten the threads. Maybe it's the same thing on this, but that's what I had in Exmark. A little bit malleable, and then just tighten it nicely. Don't over tighten that either. Don't over tighten things. When in doubt, just have everything nice and snug. That's why I started to change my blades. People think I'm crazy with a click torque wrench. I still use the impact to take the blades off, but at least comes to putting the blades on now, I use the click torque wrench. This is it. Gonna hit the road here soon, guys. What are you mowing today? What are you guys doing? We'd love to hear from you. Shoot me an email at turfnerdspodcast@proton.me. I think Greg's out there. He might be out there. Greg was having a hard time getting to bed on time, so he's not always getting out when he should. But I can't really make fun of him because guess what? I do the same thing. "38 minutes. This will be good for the watch time." Here's our backyard. So I'll show you my kitty cat. Kitty? I tried to scalp this here yesterday. Kitten? Hello, kitty. I don't think she's here, but yeah, cut this with the bobcat yesterday. Can't really see the stripes because it's got a bunch of rain coming through, and this is it. Yeah, don't mind that big mess there. So there's some extra Segway tires that I have. That's about it. All right, guys. It's my old E&D lawn care little trailer banner that I had on there. Works out well. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get ready to go to work. Try to. It's kind of piddling and sprinkling rain, but I think I'll be okay. Like I said, if you have any thoughts, questions, rate the show, shoot an email, turfnerdspodcast@proton.me. As always, thanks. We'll see ya. And as I always say,